So we currently have between 15 and 20 vehicles. And today, Bobby is going to be rating all of the vehicles on 3 criteria. How they sound, because that's the most important. Second, how they look. And third, how they drive.
I'm about ready to get roasted.
This is gonna be Bobby's true, she didn't even know we were doing this video. So this is gonna be a true, raw, how does Bobby actually feel about the cars and Devin's builds? And we're gonna start with the 3 at home. The cars at home, the 2nd gen NSX, the Mark IV Supra, and the Lamborghini Huracan, and the R6. What do you wanna start with?
Let's start with the NSX.
All right, so this is a 1 to 10 rating on those 3. Sound, looks, how they drive.
So I think first of all, we should probably fire up the car and get a sound on her.
Rate the NSX sound on a scale of 1 to 10.
See, this car is different because the sound is a 10 out of 10, but if it's in eco mode,
Then it's a
0 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough. I forgot about the cars outside. There's actually 5 vehicles here that she's gonna rate. There's 3 in the garage, 2 outside. So Bobby almost looped out the NSX.
Oh no, I had that under control and I did that on purpose.
Okay. The drivability is like handling. Obviously power is a very important aspect of drivability to us. Like how the suspension feels, just an overall rating of how the car drives.
Were you scared at all just now? So I really powered, I really hammered down, I really wanted to get the full effect of this car so I can give it a good rating. And you wanna know something? It's a little much, but 10 out of 10.
It is a little much. It's currently on ethanol, so it makes a lot of power. Last thing, rate it looks wise.
I would definitely say 8 out of 10.
What does it need?
Just the one thing that I really don't like about these newer NSXs is the rear end. I don't know why, but I just think they could have done something a little bit better. And just the way that it looks from behind, it's not attractive in my opinion. But then once you go towards the front, it's like, holy crap, is that a McLaren?
Next car, 1994 twin turbo right hand drive 6-speed Supra. How does it sound?
It has potential, but as of right now, probably like a 5 or 6 out of 10. Still can't reach the pedals.
All right, how does the Supra drive?
Well, first of all, I need a little bit more practice driving right-hand drive car. How does the Supra drive? As of right now, probably a 4 out of 10.
All right, you better give it a good rating looks-wise.
I understand that this is a classic JDM car. I think the rear end is like a, right now, 7 out of 10. But altogether, I would probably say the rating for this car is a 5 out of 10.
Looks-wise?
Yeah.
Next up, Huracan.
10 out of 10. There's no need for explanation. I would say I will give this car a 9 out of 10. And the reason I deduct 1 point off of it is because it's made for the track, I feel like. That's not a bad thing, it's just my opinion.
All right, how's she look?
10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Next up, 2019 Type R.
Give us a rev. I would give my daily driver probably a 4 out of 10 on the way it sounds. Why isn't it going anywhere? Being a daily driver, this thing gets down. She's smooth, she handles well, great car. I would say overall, I'd give this a 7 out of 10.
All right, how's she look?
I'd give this car a 9 out of 10.
So this looks better than a Supra.
No, we're not comparing. No.
Last one at the house, 2024 GMC Dirty Max.
Now that adds on 2 points.
How does it sound?
5 out of 10.
How does it drive?
10 out of 10.
How's she look?
10 out of 10.
Really? How's it sound?
8 out of 10.
Gotta go ride it.
Absolutely not.
Well, you don't know how to ride a bike?
Dirt bike only.
Okay, well, how does it look?
I'm not very good at judging bikes by the way they look because I feel like they all look very similar. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. And I ride on the back of it and I would say 8 out of 10.
It's a good bike. Rate the secret car that no one knows about that's at the house. We can't start it because it's blown up. How does it look?
I love that car. How does it look? Rough. 5 out of 10.
How does it drive?
6 out of 10.
How does it sound?
Probably like 1 out of 10.
All right, now we're at the shop. Let's go into shop 1 where some of the cool cars are and you can rate those.
Okay, let's do it.
What are you gonna think of the EM1?
I'm not driving that one.
So in this shop, we have Bobby's Glorious Evo 10, fully built, EM1, fully built, and the Evo 8, fully built.
I want to make something clear, is we're not comparing the cars to each other. Devin mentioned earlier that like the Supra got a worse rating than like my Honda or something like that. And we're not comparing them to each other, just as they sit alone. Does that make sense?
Clear the air also. I'm warming all these cars up before Bobby goes and rips them. How does your own personal Evo 10 sound?
10 out of 10.
I agree.
For an Evo, I feel like this is the best sounding Evo you can have.
Now keep in mind this motor has 40 miles on it, so Bobby will not be doing full wide open pulls.
No.
But
we'll take her on a cruise. What'd you think?
how does she drive?
She drives an 8 out of 10. There's a lot of rawness to this car, which I like, but for some reason the steering is like really loose.
The Evo thing.
Is it? We do need to change some color combos on this car. 9 out of 10 on the way she looks right now.
2000 Civic EM1.
You're gonna have to turn it off.
How does it sound?
6 out of 10.
What? You can admit it. Just because it's fast doesn't mean it's not sounding good.
It sounds good because it doesn't sound like a crusty can-piped Honda, but it's way too loud. Hurts my ears.
Let's go drive.
Okay, so is there like a trick to starting it? Absolutely not. Now what?
Watch it. And Bobby's favorite car to drive. Rate it.
Drivability? 0 out of 10.
Why?
I can't drive it.
Looks wise.
0.
Up next, the beloved Evo 8.
I can drive this car. I know how to drive normal cars.
You're failing your test for marriage.
This car could be a little bit louder in my opinion.
I did buy a Tome.
Cars.
You get all the cars?
I don't hate them all, but the extremely built ones are lacking some things I need. I can't reach the clutch because the seat does not move forward. This isn't gonna work. I'm just showing you I know how to drive.
Go in second and do a rip.
No, no rips.
Just a little
Maybe
one.
I'm on a box right now. My box is breaking. Drivability, I would give this a 10 out of 10. Very quick. And it's very smooth for what year is this?
03.
03. It's extremely smooth and I can appreciate it.
So what'd you give it on the sound?
On the sound,
An 8.
no, I didn't give it a number, I don't think. The sound it could be like it's probably like a 6.
Oof.
Yeah.
I can do a hood exit.
No.
We all know the outside is top notch. So what is it?
I would give this a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not just saying that?
No.
Okay. It's respectable. One more car that would usually be in the shop, the all-wheel drive all-wheel drive Type R. That's at Fab right now. Bobby, how does that all-wheel drive Type R drive, sound, and look?
Sounds 10 out of 10. Drives probably, I haven't driven it for a long time.
Yeah.
But probably 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Looks 10 out of 10.
Sounds like the cars I've built are great so far.
Except for?
Hey, I didn't build that one.
Okay.
I didn't build that one. All right, so that's shop number 1. Shop number 2 has a lot of cars that we actually can't show, but let's go rate some cars. Next up is the first gen NSX.
Rating on the way she sounds, I would give it a 3 out of 10.
Ooh.
What's that? I don't know what I'd rate this. This is kind of a hard one. She drives fine. I give it a solid 6 out of 10.
It's not bad for a stock old clunker.
Yeah.
Is she fast?
Probably the slowest car you have. This gen of this NSX is one of my favorites. It's a classic. I think they look amazing stock. This one just needs some work. I would probably give this a 6 out of 10. Give us a red!
Up next, E92 M3 with a VF650 supercharger.
9 out of 10 on the way it sounds. It's a 10 out of 10 on the way it drives.
Really?
Yeah. This is like one of the most fun cars you have. This is a 10 out of 10 on the way it looks. I don't think you can do much more to make him look better.
You said 8 out of 10 on how it sounds?
9.
9 out of 10 how it sounds, 10 on drive, 10 on looks.
Yeah.
Best car for real.
Absolutely not!
Up next is my Evo 10, fully built. It's fast.
It sounded like a 8 out of 10 until my eardrums went by.
Does it drive good or bad?
It drives really good. There's a lot of turbo lag. Yeah, lag. I'm gonna have to knock it a point for that. It's ideally I like instant turbo kick in. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
All right. Does she look good or bad?
You know, she's somewhere in the middle.
You don't like the wheels?
I'm not a huge fan of those wheels at all. And I really like a wing on an Evo, the stock wing. So I'm gonna have to rate this a 6 out of 10.
Up next is the Evo 9. How does old girl sound?
It doesn't sound bad, actually. I kind of like it. 7 out of 10. Maybe even 8.
How does she drive?
1 out of 10. I actually really like this old kit on it, like maybe a 2000s vibe kit. Right? Is that what I'd say? I would, but she's really crusty, so I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
Now we rate the cars that no one knows about, that I've never shown. Starting with
it sounds like a 8 out of 10. And the look's probably a 5 out of 10. Sorry.
And you don't know how it drives because it's never been driven. Next car that no one knows about.
10 out of 10.
Okay, how's it look?
A 1.
1? Okay.
Yeah. Right now.
How does it look?
2 out of 10.
You know how they sound?
Yeah.
How does it sound?
7 out of 10.
Those are Bobby's official ratings of all of the vehicles. I agree with some of them.
So the lowest scored one was this one right here, the M1. And the highest scored one I think was the Lamborghini or the BMW.
The Lambo and the BMW were tied.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the NSX ain't tied with them, but that's fine.
And I think the truck may have been...
Well, the truck is just the truck. It's brand new and it's perfect. So yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. That's not a 0 out of 10 look. Look at that thing. It's clean.
I was really upset when I rated it. The way I'll change it. It's a 10 out of 10 on the look scale. It is, because it's like the nicest Honda Civic I've ever seen.
Fair enough.
Drivability, 0 still.
Sound, 10.
No.